Alright, hello everybody, welcome on in. We are back with some more Betrayal at Krondor. And we are getting closer to finishing chapter 3. We're at Malik's Cross right now. We kind of have to make a loop around. I'm probably going to go back into the forest for a minute. Because I think we can... I think we need to spawn some enemies though to get rid of that sickness. So we're just gonna take a quick gander there to see if we can get that to happen. If not, we might have to wait until later chapter. I think that's the last of the side quest. And yeah, and then we will head up to Malik's Cross. I'm probably gonna head up to the castle up there around that area and drop some stuff in the chest before we finish the chapter off. Unload some stuff that we don't need right now. So that is kind of the plan. Probably not much in the way of word chests today. There's been a lot of word chests this weekend. They're not going to be many or any at all. We'll be heading to areas we've already been to already. Yeah, welcome to the stream there, the Conic Dude, and everyone else who is looking. Yeah, feel free to do some housework. I'll be here streaming. And the stream today will end about an hour earlier than usual. So instead of going to about 5 p.m. Eastern, we're going to go to about 4. So yeah, we got we'll get most of our time in, but not all of it. But we got a full day stream yesterday, so it all made up for it. So yeah, let's get into it and let's play some video game. And we should get done with chapter 3 today. You're waving, you're not doing housework. That's a good idea where we're at. We're at Malik's Cross. Not Malik's Cross, I'm Lariel. I think I never made a regular save. There we go. Yeah, so we are in Malik's Cross. We visited Malik's Cross. I'm not sure if there's anything really to do there since we did try to win the chess game, but we don't have the right moves to beat them. So yeah, we're gonna head up to Lighton and then head over to Sethanon and then head up to this little road here. And I gotta take a bridge. I think it's across through this section here. And there's a sickness that's happening here. I think I have to kill Pathonians or whatever here. To remove the sickness, and there might be some more area to explore for some more chests. There might be some more chests in there, obviously. But kind of the plan, and then we'll head back over to Silden, which we have to see if we can progress that quest that we got in the Krondor. I'm not sure if the quest or just the lore about the new Upright Man. So we'll go stop in Silden again. And then head up to Sloop and Romney. And all the way up to Cabell Keep. So I think down here, there's a cave around here somewhere. And then, but yeah, we're gonna head all the way up to toward Northwood in here. I think you can find a chest nearby here and drop off some stuff. And yeah, and then we'll finish the chapter. Then we'll go back to down here to the cave and finish it off. Kind of the plan, so it'll probably take us the entire time, probably. There shouldn't be too much in the way of encounters up here because we already cleared everything from Silden all the way up to this interchange. There might be some more fights up by Northwood, but yeah, but this should be clear. From Silden all the way up to Kenton's Rush. Since we already visited this area in this chapter.
Mind the door.
I don't think there's anything new to talk about. No. I don't know if I have anything to sell here. I guess we're okay with food. They motioned the figure across the room. The man walked over to join them. You said before them, eyebrows arched inquisitively.
The Abbey is at your service.
Welcome to the Abbey Ishap. I am the Abbey Graves. How may we help you? Several men were killed in robbery recently. My companions and I were investigating the murder. We were hoping you might be able to give us some more information. We are always at the disposal of the king's wishes. How can we help? There were two objects found in the bodies of the dead man. One was either ordinary brass spyglass, and the other was a small spider statuette made of silver. You know either about either object? Spyglasses are common devices, but silver spiders now, those would be quite rare. Seeing them catalog and books of magical poisoning devices that they will be prohibitively expensive for a common murderer. Whoever used a spider would have been a man of great deal of money and would have the connections with cash. That's where they are made. Thank you. You've been of tremendous help. Glad to be of service. Incidentally, would you gentlemen be interested in a lecture of this evening on tactics? Speaking just about Baron Travell in Betrayal Lecture Hall, and the promise to be very lightning. I think it's only 27 minutes to go. Sure. I think we can make time. Where's the lecture at? In town, next to Queen's Road, there's a small hut that we have reserved for solo speech. Simply present this ticket to the door. The doorman won't admit you at all. I believe you'll be in for a stimulating evening. I'm not sure if we'll get any more, assessment or not. The man took the ticket to the door, waving the smoke from his face. James was surprised by the number of young nobles seated at the lecture hall. Most looking as they would rather be drinking ale in the tavern across the street. He shuffled his way through shoulders and elbows, finding benches of both Owen and Gorath before taking a seat next to a scrawny soldier wearing a tabard emblazoned with the red stone. Tour. The colors of the high castle. Against the back wall, a small stage had been set up its perimeter, surrounded by flickering candles, casting an eerie yellowish glow on the faces of Baron Travell and the two men who attended him. When they at last had set up the hardwood podium, the Baron stood and looked across the room. I wasn't deliver a speech under happier circumstances. But to the north of the Dark Brothers are massing yet another siege against us. The Baron started slowly. I am here, not by request of your abbot, because I await the arrival of volunteers from Darkmoor and Salador to come to join my forces at High Castle. We received word that the Model's new prince, Delicon, has unfurled the war banners of Myrmidamius. A rumble passed through the congregation of nobles. The significance of old Modell's name not lost on the student. Looking at most of the faces in the room, James knew that most of the room had only been children when Myrmidamius had been the troops to Satanon and had likely lost fathers or uncles in that deadly battle. I think that for a lesson to be a little more practical in our purposes and will concentrate on the defenses at High Castle, Travell continued. Page, please, fetch my maps. For 5 hours, the Baron lectured on defensive technique and the essential tactics known to be of use in Northland. When the last elegy began to flag, he took a few questions before calling the meeting to an end and exiting the hall through the rear exit. Hey there, Pandora. Welcome in. Good to see you. Yeah, Betrayal is also a pretty good game. It's actually harder than this game. So, So, yeah, we'll eventually be playing that, but not this year. And probably not next year. I'm not sure if we gained anything from that, because we did that earlier already. We're done here. Alright, the assessment did increase. So we have 87, 57, and 97. Oh, I missed the rope, yeah, that's kind of a thing. That's all a thing in this game, too. You don't always carry rope and always carry shovels. Alright, that's rest here for the night. Most of the enemies should be dead. There might be some enemies on this path, but... let's go up there, see if there's something we haven't gotten before. Might have been here already. Yeah, we've been here before. Yeah, probably got everything else here. So, we've been on this road. We'll head north. No, I have not. That's on my list. I gotta find the right direction. I think we're gonna head the other way. Yeah, we're gonna head up toward the light until you head the opposite direction here. Yeah, it is on my queue. Let's take care of you. Yeah, maps are pretty decent. The combat's pretty fun. And definitely can cheese it in some spots. I should be getting close to light in here. There's no enemies up there. I hear the... abandoned. Alright. I'm surprised there's no enemies. Alright. We are very close to lighting. No. I am using the mouse. But you can use the keypad to move, so it's not that clunky to move. The reason I am using the mouse is you only move one step at a time. When you click on the arrows, which helps with A, stealth, and B, scouting, which will allow you to see that enemies are going to ambush you before you see them. If you use the keyboard, you will bypass those messages and you can go right into combat, and you will get less chance to grow your stealth and your stealth and Yeah, scouting. If we look at characters, yeah, stealth here is 110 and scouting up to 60. And my stealth is like almost at max level. Yep, it goes. Yeah, but most of my teams it goes. Yeah, we also have these boots here. I didn't have to tell you exactly, but these boots give you like 15% to your stealth ability or something, or 10% to your stealth ability. So I believe we are in Lighten now. This is Lighten. Yeah, so yeah, 110, yeah. But this game is based stealth ability is based on the person with the lowest stealth score. It really doesn't matter who your highest one is. All it matters is who's your lowest. Now we've been to this town before, so it's probably not gonna be anything new. Except for visiting the inn, obviously. Oh, we're up at noon. Oh, you have anything to talk about? Men were laughing. Sound like a quite funny story, James said. We can repeat it. The man looked about nervously. No. Please, said James. The woman's smile could master. Understanding why the man might be nervous. Well, okay, just telling a funny about an old Grover. Maybe 307. Yeah, we read about this before. About the glory hand. Yeah. Alright, let's take a bet. Yeah, we lost. Alright, since we have good barding, so we get the maximum money out of us. Definitely pays to get a practice loot and increases Owen's barding skill up to 100% in the first 2 chapters. Yeah, we got 215 sovereigns. Woohoo! He's gonna make a lot of money. That's for the night. Get some rations. Alright, save some money. Let's share with the party. I'm not sure why I'm not sharing any with that's good for now. Party barding's increased, so basically, no, you don't need lockpicking on you. Yeah, you got 34%. The Gorath is not going to become a bard anytime soon. Alright, let's save here. Home. That's where the mayor lives. We already did all his quests already.
I am Mabuk, Master of Locks.
A book, Master of Locks at your service. How may I be of assistance? It appears you're a master of more than locks. What do you know of the prank stone north of Vani? A tongue wide loose in Silton. I see my enterprises may be silenced. I am interested in owning the brass spyglass that you sold to Jaftas in Silton. Tell me about it and I will choose to forget any of other thefts you may have participated in. How did you come by it? A year and 20 ago, I bought the box in Silton from a trader. He told me it will bring great fortune, but I wish only for a strong chest to hold things, and I told him that he would be a fool to sell such a box. We haggled at last. I purchased it for 10 sovereigns, a price the seller seemed positively glad to receive. I too was pleased with the exchange, but began to wonder at the nature of what I had purchased. The chest was possessed of Kajuno. Kajuno, what does that mean? It was a box of trickery of magic. Objects would appear in the box, things that I had not placed in there. Then one day I met a man from Romney and told me the true nature of my chest. When things were lost in certain place, they come to my box and we would sell those items. We decided, of course, that we would never tell each other more about ourselves. The business would be safe should one of us fall into arms. And two of you would split the profit of whatever appeared in the box. I take it that the brass spyglass is one of the items he arranged for you to find. It was one of many things. The day you got the spyglass, did anything else appear in your box? A few things I keep the things whose value I do not know. And those items which arrived with the spyglass are there as well. I believe there was a note whose content I do not remember. Where was this box? Is it close by? It lies behind the mountain with two other boxes near Silton. It is locked with special lock. You will have to spell out Thorn so that it may be opened. If you do not understand what I speak, you shall when you find the box. I think we already opened that box already. Thorn, we will remember your kindness. Thank you. You can't train for more lockpicking skill. Cause that guy also trains you in lockpicks. Am I going the wrong way? Yes, I am. I want to go towards settlement. There's probably going to be a fight over here. No fights. Alright. Let's see where we're at here. Yeah, almost there. Now, something that also has the cheapest shop in the game once you unlock it. Alright. Nothing.
Company, how lovely.
Ah, something told me that I would see the three of you again. So how about the first meal? Would that do? Oh, we don't really have time to sit down. Do you have any standard ration? Only the best side, only the best side of Krondor. It's nothing new from her. Luther smiled upon him, cheeking up his shining winning as graciously as possible. James deposited his winning shotgun with as much discretion as possible. It'll be better luck in the future, James said with a nod. Let's go ahead and do some barding here. You can only bard in a town once per chapter. You cannot go and bard multiple nights. We got 55 sovereigns. Alright, more barding. I don't think I really need to buy anything here. Don't really have anything to sell here. Need to sell the gems at a gem shop. Alright, so we're gonna try and head up north here. Let's see here. There used to be an encounter here that we always hit. Hey, my back and my neck is telling me something is out there, something evil. If you don't turn back now, I suggest we at least proceed with great caution. I think there are Viskolskis here. This is where you get your stealth and your scouting up. We're trying to avoid this first encounter because this was magic users. We're getting lots of skill increases here. As much fiction for the myths and legends of academia as the stories of the gods told by priests and temples. Tethanon was nothing more than a sad old ghost town. In passing, a low brick wall which had been overgrown with ivy. They were struck by the words that had been painted there in sheep blood. Remember us. I don't think I've ever been here before. Curiosity at the best of him, dropping his hands and knees. Jay had been pulling the rocks aside, hoping to find something of interest. Danon's delusions, Dragon's breath, and grief of 1,000 nights. I think I have 2 of the 3 of these spells already. Alright, I already have that one. I don't think I have this one. Dragon's breath I already have. Yeah, James stared in the crevice, standing in the rubble at Tethanon's ancestral keep. He was shaken by the sight of 1,000 Model bones which had been used to fill the gap in the underground. However interested he was in finding out what lay below, he had no desire to burrow through the moldering bodies. Let's can't do anything here at the moment. They're just curious. So now we have to make it past this section again, get by the ghost. Okay. Let's check out our stat increases. So we got some stealth, we got some more scouting. We got more scouting and more stealth. Yeah, we are definitely very sneaky, so we can definitely sneak by almost anything now. And more important is getting the scouting up. I haven't really found anything that would bring up that skill up easily, other than doing what I just did. We need to continue to head west here, I think, to get to the Dimwood Forest. Yeah, go a little bit further here. Alright, we should be right about here. Alright, got some free food. Alright, alright, so we can go west or north through the Dimwood Forest. So let's go north. So this is, I think, the only fight we haven't done yet in this forest. These guys here. Take care of this. We'll get into our first combat here of the night, or of the day, I should say. The attack with unexpected, eyes wide with surprise. The enemy scrambled around helplessly, not wanting to waste their momentary advantage. James barked several quick orders, and the battle was joined. Alright, don't miss. Alright. And the battle has been won. Search the body. They have made valuable supplies, James suggested, then amended, and make it quick. If there are any more of them waiting out there, let's not be here when they return. Alright, those guys are pretty weak. Alright, so we're only here to deal with the sickness. We already explored most of this forest last stream. So if you want to see the forest exploration, definitely look at the VOD. I think we need to go down south. I think that's why we'll go follow this bridge though. Check out Spyglass here for a second. Yeah, this is not where we want to be. Let's head south here. This other bridge. Okay, there is a sickness going on over here that we still need to resolve. I think there is a. I got these chests here. These should be scorpion. Yeah, there is sickness over here. And what I'm trying to do. Yeah, these guys. These are the guys we need to kill. This is gonna be a hard fight between magic users. Oh, that's not good. Alright, you guys are dead. Didn't blink for a long moment. He stared at his dead opponent, pulse pounding in his veins as he waited for yet another to come. Teeth bared, a blade flashing, but instinctively he knew that they had won the fight. They were safe for the moment. Now we got the poison. We didn't see these guys the last time we came in here for some reason. You guys get more information later on about them. So, oh, we got Modell. Grab that. So now I should take care of the sickness. We already looked at those chests already. I think, you know. Or maybe not. Let's check out these chests. Yeah, so now there's no longer any sickness here. Condition to be sick. Let's save. Oh, maybe not. I don't think we've been here yet. After the final fire, the winds will blow. And thieves are already dead will cover the ones who have yet to die. We have not looked at these two chests, so we got some word puzzles here. After the final fire, the winds will blow. And these who are already dead will cover the ones who have yet to die. Ghost probably? Maybe? No ghost. I'm gonna say ashes here. I think ashes might be the answer here. Got that one. Nothing good here though. How about inventory? I got no inventory space. Yeah, gotta be ashes. I think there's a second chest here somewhere. Yeah. Alright, here we go. There's the one last one we just did. Let's get the other chest. Not much room though, I maneuver back here. No, it's a long word. Men seize it from its home, tear apart its flesh, drink the sweet blood, then cast its skin aside. Not enough letters for. I was gonna say chicken, but not enough letters. Yeah, I think fruit. One. Yeah, orange, I guess. That kind of barely works. Sweet blood would be a misnomer, though. There's no blood in the and an orange. It's 2 chests, but nothing good in them. Yeah, we solved the issue of the sickness. I think there might be a couple more chests in here that we haven't looked at yet. These ones, I think we've been, maybe not. I have no idea. We've been here before, so there's a bag here. Bag with nothing in it. Yeah. Yep, I think we got these already. Yeah. We did those ones already. Alright. Those are the ones that we just looked at. There's nothing, nowhere else to go that way. I don't think we did this one. Blessed are the first, slow are the second, playful are the third, bold are the fourth, and brave are the fifth. I'm not sure about this one. Not sure what they're after. I was gonna think like courageous or something, but that's too long. Or courage. Oh, we got a blade. That makes sense. Kind of obscure though. Alright, another blessed sword. I think it worth like 20 bucks, so very alright. Another word chest here. It is a journey whose path depends on another's vision of where it ends. It is a journey whose path depends on another's vision. say Oracle, but that's not an option. Task. Book, maybe? Yeah. My brain is working today. Another glory hand, bunch of garbage stuff. Yeah, this part of the wood don't have much good stuff. Yeah, the northern part of the wood had a lot of gems. I don't think there's too much more left in here. Oh, there's another one up there, potentially. Oh no, that's where we got the original. Those are the ones we already got. Torches. We already did that. There we go. Found our way back out to the water. Yeah, very strange about this place. For a moment, I thought a great force was reaching up through the ground and keeping my strength. Must be because we're heading out of this area. That's a small bug, I guess. Glitch. Because we don't have any sickness. No sickness, so we took care of the magic users that were here. Let's. I think we want to check these two, and that will be it. Then we can get out of here, I think. We might have already gotten these. Yeah. Oh, I think we got everything here. So let's get out of here. I do want to go back and visit the old man in the original house. What I'm going to do here to save time is going to make a save here. And check the map here. So what we're going to get is to up here in this part. If nothing really happens, then well, we don't save. If something does happen, we get some item or something or buff. Then obviously we'll walk back. Not the right way to go here. I killed mostly everybody here, so there's not going to be any enemies. I need to head west here. There's another bridge out the cloth. Alright. That. Yeah, I think I got this building down here first. Oh, the fifth and the law was open. So I think that's when you, if you give the, do that trap, turn the trap back in, this opens up. I just have some miscellaneous items. Oh, I don't need anything. Okay, there's a shop there, not much value. Alright, somewhere up here is a couple more buildings. No, we missed it. Definitely further south. Uh, I can't find the buildings now. I don't see the buildings anywhere here. There's one right there. Not the one I was looking for. Let's just say yes. I don't think it's back here. I think it's in the Dimwood Forest. Yeah, it's not back here. Oh, let's head back. One more sweep. If we can't find it, we'll just load all the save in. Probably not a big deal. There's somewhere back in here, I think. There's a big battle with scorpions and all kinds of other stuff. It's not this one. Yeah, I can't find it, so. I thought it was like right next to the road. I think it's the one we already visited. There was a crazy guy that spawned scorpions every time that call. Alright, let's just reload. Waste enough time doing that. So let's just get out of here. What's this place? I went to. Yeah, almost out, so almost to the. East to Sethanon. Alright, so now we're gonna be traveling a bit past Lighton and head to Silden. Might get too close to the ghost here. Oh, we're on food. $12, 12 food. No inventory space. That's fine. We'll keep going a little further. Food is cheaper there, but food's so cheap it really doesn't matter where I buy it from. There we got another like 10 days of food anyway. Alright, let's keep heading east. That's lighting. Shortcut to the farm. Yeah, pretty quiet in this part of town. We are very close to Silden. We really need to make a pit stop in Silden for more quest lore, I think. Main quest lore, I should say. Not a good idea, James said his family could without one intention. We managed to change the system last time and refused to push our lock any further than necessary. We have work to do.
Son, Kansi.
Your patronage is most heartily appreciated, but I warn you that your further visit to Anchorhead might be dangerous. Now that you have returned my path, they will be looking for the thief that took it, and most assuredly, I don't have the skill to perform the task. It would be best if you left as quickly as possible. Hope you're alright. Good day. Alright, so, nothing new here. We can't do any more bard. Food rations. There's no more story stuff here. You got some magical scrolls here. We can sell these. Six sovereigns. Yeah, a couple $100. Alright. Cool. Talk to Tyler. You go here. No. Alright, so nothing really until we have to sell our scrolls, I guess. That's got some inventory space now. Not much, but some. Yeah, we already did this part, so this is just gonna be breezing through these towns. And they killed all the enemies here too. They shouldn't have any enemies. Well, this is not sells rations. This is one of these places that sells rations. Alright. Some money for that. Let's go. This is pretty much gonna be a lot of cleanup to do here. So next step, we got to North Warden to find a chest to drop off some of this extra crap that we don't need at the moment. Before we head into the final dungeon. And then we're into the final dungeon and finish chapter 3. Let's see, where are we? So we bypass Romney. Yeah, we have a little ways to go. There is one place you do want to visit on the way up. I think it's a emerald converter, but it might be only be rubies. You convert rubies into emeralds or something like that, or emeralds into diamonds. We'll stop there real quick if I see it on the way up. I got in here, but we can just at the end here get some health back. 3 sovereigns, sure. We got full health now. So somewhere along this river here is a cave to finish this mission off. Oh, we got some enemies here. Oh, these are not enemies. These are friends. We could say yes and kill these guys, not deal with them anymore. Mitchell, Wayland is a snake and anger is just unspeakable. The river porters regretted an exclusive trade agreement to the crown itself, and both of them have called their own men. Now they're fighting to bring other guilds that undercut the business. How dare you side with them? We get some fights in here. Alright. Okay, got some money. We can definitely use the rations. Okay. Yeah, somewhere along this river is a we could probably get a better one of these. I only have one. This is the one charge left. Alright, save $3. Oh boy. Let's see what else we have here. Eight. That's about all. What's this? Let's see where are we at here. Almost to Cavell Keep. Head up towards northward, I think. They don't have any reason to stop in Cavell Keep. Wrong way.
Cousin!
Again? Back so soon? I just have to find out what young lady I've caught your eye in Cavell Keep. I'll say we're about to ask you 3 questions. You have time for us? Well, I suppose I could put you in at the Lancer tournament in the ball because you know how busy Cavell Keep always is. You're absolutely incredible. Anyone ever tell you that? Perhaps now, what is it you 3 want? Some bit of gossip about my new formal handmaiden? A story about old Peter the Grey? Unpleasant path. I got a new option here. Your father says he doesn't like to shoot at Navarre because he keeps bringing painful memories about the keep when he asks about family legends. The death of your mother, the fire that burned the keep down. Isn't it fair to hold out against Navarre? He's interested in our family and me, and so naturally he has questions about the keep. Would you be interested in the history of someone you wish to marry? Would you want to know them as well as you know your own family? It's not so much the death of my mother that bothers father, though, but the bells died all those years ago. My father insists on clinging on a silly coincidence. Coincidence? What's a coincidence? Navarre's last name is Du Sandu. It's the same last name as the man who constructed father's wine cellar, and one that collapsed. Father is holding it against him, and that happens to have the same last name. It's so ridiculous. Oh, got all kinds of new options here. Navarre. I don't remember much about how Navarre died. It was such a long time ago. You happen to know much about it so far off in Tyburn. Mother and father were both in such grief. They didn't want a spectacle made of his death. Neville was down in Cavell Run, sent by his father to get the keg of the Queegian sour from his wine cellar. We had guessed that day. Cavell Run? You remember underneath the keep? All those tunnels that seemed to stretch for miles? We never did know for sure how the extent of it was. I used to love to take walks down there in the dark. Just thinking of sometimes myself. It's one of the things I miss most about the keep, not having the tunnel to play in anymore. When Neville didn't come back from getting the keg, Father went down to the run after him. The wine was served and the appetizer. Then the first course, still Father hadn't come back. The second course was served, and the third and finally Father appeared. He told the tunnel had collapsed and Neville was trapped in behind it all. We'll never be able to dig it out enough to recover the body. Well, your father said Navan kept at you about the family legends. He was fascinated by anything that had to do with the Cavallas family. He would ask where the spyglass had come from and how long the keep had been standing and where the Revanche went to. We talked about everything. Sword, what does the Guada Revanche have to do with our family history? I thought some kind of legend about the days of when the elves lived here. That's part of the legend that everyone knows has to do with the elves, but for the time, the Guada Revanche was in our family possession, and so the family has it. Upon her 14th birthday, the Lady of Cavell Keep was given a special present to an elven servant to give her husband, Lord Cavallas, a sword that would make him great among men. Whereupon she ran to the bedchamber to present him with a great gift, but upon opening the door, she was shaken by a great evil. Then her hand, the sword blade began to glow, and she screamed as she raised the blade over her head and cleaved her husband's head off from his shoulder. From there, she went from one child chamber to the next, until she slain all of her children. My Lord Corvallis, and once that was done, she ran mad and never was seen in Cavell no more. Now, charming, you don't have a laying about somewhere, do you? Be nice to me, or I'll make even the sword to you. No, the legend goes on to say that it was eventually removed from the family after the episode was repeated by a later generation of the other branches of our family. A book I have about it tells where it went, but I lent the book to Navan so he could look it over. That's weird, I thought that the god of Avancha was only supposed to work on Vidal. It is a legend, no one ever said the legend had to be consistent. Alright. It's nice to think of talking to you again, we have to be on our way, things to do. Well, to happen, I have a few things to do as well. I have to dust all the flowers so the bees don't sneeze. Nothing worse than sneezing bees. Then I have to rebuild the keep with twigs. Goodbye, you silly goose. Take care of yourself and make sure you're getting me for duck. I don't like the idea of you wandering around out here alone. Oh, maybe we should head back to Cavell Keep now that we got all that new dialogue options. Let's head back here. Yeah, we can't do anything at the end. Is there anything here to buy? James, how's the occupant? The door cracked open at small speak. Yeah, I read this before. Hi, nephew Senior. Alvin said, any way that I may help you? Finances. There's a moneylender that lives here in town. Yeah, Insidious, yes, I know him well. Strange, squeaking fella. So you've done business with him recently? Why should it concern you? I have paid my taxes to the king. We can borrow money and want to make certain that we deal with a reputable firm. I thought that if you hadn't done any business with him, made a deposit, then perhaps you might know if he was an honest man. Suspicion in business is a healthy tactic. To answer you, I have no need to borrow any funds of late. In fact, made several substantial deposits recently. Some better placed investments that have provided me with comfortable profits. Fairness be praised, Insidious will do well by you. It most helpful, Convoy. By the time we return to our business, seek in regard to your daughter Irene. I shall, Senor. Good traveler, and keep an eye on my nephew. Oh, I shall. Believe me. Goodbye. Alright, nothing else there. No new dialogue. Alright, let's go up north and drop off some items. Save for later. I think we're pretty good on stuff. We haven't really been fighting much of anything. Alright, Gorath's abilities. Weapon craft, armor craft, and stealth is up to 99%. What? Alright. I think we're playing Kenting Keep or Kenting Gap or whatever this place is called. I thought one of these places converted stuff, but hammering inside the house offered a perfect musical counterpart to James rapping in the front door. Suddenly, a young man sporting a long beard entered the door. Yeah, can you see how busy here? They passed the man saw a large block of granite, a beautiful woman emerging from the stone like a delicate flower, opening to the sun. You're carving a woman? Goroth required. The man shifted his weight from left to right, foot impatiently, then he said to Christ, no, I'm actually trying to cover a very pale, still woman with a big rock. With that, he rudely closed the door and in their faces. Then he turned to leave. Honest! He spit angrily. I can tell. All in good shape. So. What's he giving for the diamond? Oh man. So much money for a diamond. I'm not sure if I want to get rid of it yet. I might need it for some quests later on. That should be good. Let's give this to you. Lots of healing. Oh, we'll sell another emerald. Not sure if I want to do that. I'd rather hold on to it just in case I need it. let's check to see how much lockpick get to 46. We're gonna do some inventory management here soon. To prepare for chapter 4. You can kind of prepare if you know what's coming up ahead, right? So you can better prepare for what's ahead. Alright, let's go up to North Warden, because we haven't been to North Warden actually. And find some place around there to drop off some items. Nothing there. Save. There's another trap here. Spore rations. A treacherously narrow path wound its way up the front gate of North Warden Castle, scarcely wide enough to allow 2 men to walk abreast. James strode into the tree, seeing a suspiciously ordered power lead. He prodded it depths, but relieved to find that no one had left a trap behind, still curious to continue to burrow. Left as a legacy to Northwood by a baron who cared more about leisure than practicality, the Great Hall was still maintained with the military discipline. No corner of it left unscrubbed or cluttered by the unnecessary.
I wished to speak to you.
Senor, I would talk to you, but I'm not entirely comfortable with him without presence. Could if you step out of the room? I'll be waiting in the antechamber. This will take but a few moments. Jane, what do you know about the experimental project that we have going on here at the Northwood? Very little. I believe the prince mentioned that he has discovered explosive powder similar to naphtha. I don't know much beyond that. Our powder is similar to naphtha, yes, but many times stronger. With the portion it will be scarcely to fill my hand. We could rain 200-pound iron balls at the enemy forces. We destroy anything it hits. Unfortunately, it takes a team of 10 men and a half an hour to reload the weapon, and that to accuracy is not such that I would wish to count upon it in battle. In many years, it's possible to be a weapon of monstrous power, but we first have to learn how to master it. It'll be a great contribution to the kingdom's arsenal. Yes, it will even have greater contribution to Delican. We haven't told you yet that 30 of the North Warden's pigs have been stolen over the past 6 months. Pigs, I don't understand what a missing pig has to do with anything. Pig, you're right, is the principal component in the formulation of the powder, and our swine cannot survive the northern cold. If someone in the castle leaked the formula to them, they might as well be attempting to build up stock for their own experiments. Enemy activity. What has the enemy activity in the region been like? Any signs of an increase? We can at least substantiate Princess Arutha's fears that the Model plans to attack. A few of my scouts slipped into the Realm and discovered a catapult and several siege engines under construction. Any number of pre-game mercenaries have already arrived in town, though none yet know where are being sent. It seems that the native Model has adopted an attitude of wait and see how the battle is going before committing to Declan's strike force. Go out told us as much. The run against Setanon, apparently that's a bad taste in the mouth of the Model clans, and the Declan doesn't have Dynamix the Silver Tongue. He has to bully some of the clans into joining him, though a few of the larger clans have sworn to withhold their support until Declan proves himself. I am not so much concerned about the Kriegans in the battle as I am with the possibility that the Model may cook up something unexpected. There's talk of the Dalakan as a circle of advisors known as the Six, the Magicians of Mordor. I don't relish the thought of running up against some of the tricks that the Mommedamians pulled during the battle that destroyed Armengager. Duke Martin has been telling me about it, though I understand his absence before the final assault began. Duke Martin is here? He arrived on a social visit shortly before you, my friend. I was the huntmaster of Kersey when he was still working for the Duke of Cryde, and he recommended to me this post following the Baron Druzo's death. When you and your friend arrived from Krondor with news of another possible attack, he decided to stay and help however he could until Prince Arutha advises him further. Right now, he and Senior Lockley are leading a small scouting expedition to the High Hills. So what about this magic problem? Are you gonna hire any magicians? Long ago, I saw the wisdom that Duke Borak displayed in having Coogan and Pug in his duchy. It was one of the first things I did once I assumed command here. Since he felt uncomfortable here for some reason, Patrius is off working on a few tricks of his own to counter any Model spellcraft. Helping out. Who's in charge of guards here? I would be interested in speaking to him. My guards are hard at work. If you wish to speak to the guards, I can arrange for you to walk in guard duty, senor. Otherwise, I would not have the schedule disrupted. Have Lieutenant Aaron put you in a night watch. Sure. Sounds marvelous. When do I start? Lieutenant Aaron, I have a new recruit I would like for you to assign. It was late. Breath breathing warm into the Captain Jane paced the frost-touched flagstone between the postern and the Bailey gates and looked out at the darkness beyond the castle. Nothing was moving in the mist like the world within the gates. Things seemed orderly to the extreme, too orderly. Even in Krondor, Princess control was far from complete with the upright man running matters in the sewers, and scroundled the various stripes calling the shots in four quarters. Here it was the world outside northward simply did not exist in any other context, other than Baron Garrett dictated it to his own men. Would be entirely too easy for an outside force to take advantage of the Jigar, which ruled his men. It's time Jimmy the Hand did something off schedule, Jane muttered. Get on the Bailey wall with little trouble. He's settling himself in the path of shadow. He focused his eyes on the courtyard below and put his arms across his chest. Now was the time for the real guard duty. I would be most interested to know what you felt it necessary to have me awakened in the middle of the night. It would have been more preferable that you come when I called. Your guardships are utterly inadequate, Warren. Last night, while I was on guard duty, I decided to vary my schedule a bit and see what happened. When I watched the Bailey Gate, when I was on the other side of the castle, I noticed a soldier slipping a note to the other man who was waiting outside the castle gate. A few minutes later, when I shifted to the opposite side again, I saw another instance of someone attempting to steal a grief maker from the castle armory. I stopped him naturally. There were several other instances. And the note passed through the Bailey Gate? Harmless, a love letter from a soldier quartered here named Corby to a girl named Thea. You've become too rhythmated here. The schedules are known to get outside the castle, very likely made by a known spy working these very walls. I urge you to take greater precaution and reevaluate your staff, who could be the downfall of this castle. I shall consider it, and in the meantime, I ask you to accept something as a token of gratitude. There is a suit of Ukulin armor that I no longer have a need for. You may have it if you wish. It makes no difference to me. Thanks again for your help, Baron. Your answers help clear a few things up for us, at least. Glad to be of service. You'll forgive me if I don't have time to show you out. Certainly, I can't imagine it'll be difficult to find our way. Alright, we are done here. We have enough room to carry the armor. This is 30%. This is 55, so. Yeah, we'll sell the armor. Couple $100 I think we'll get for that. I gotta find a treasure chest up here somewhere. Right here potentially. Alright, guys. Unless it was a treasure chest or something else. On the wrong side. Oh, that's just there's not enough room to store anything in here. I haven't been here though. I wonder how much of this stuff we can store. Um. Yeah, it's not enough room. Well, you found a chest. I believe there's a couple chests down here somewhere. Back here. Go south a little bit first. Let's figure out where I'm at here. Oh, maybe we haven't been here yet. Alright, let's save. Not sure if we've been here or not. It doesn't live within a house, nor does it live without. Most will use it when they come in, and again when they go out. So I don't think we've did this one yet. So I don't think we've been in these chests, but we're gonna store some loot in one of these chests. Let's use it when they come out, and again when they go out. Thinking like a mat or something. Door? Yeah. You got rations. Yeah. Okay. Probably gonna use that one because that has an easy answer. This side of a wolfhound has the most hair. Outside? Well, that's pretty obvious. Um. I don't want. Make sure we have enough rope. Because we'll be doing a bit of dungeon crawling in the next chapter. We got 4 star rope. Alright. She has tasteful friends and tasteless enemies. Tears are often shed on her behalf, yet never has she broken her heart. Not sure about this one. She has tasteful friends and tasteless enemies. Tears are often shed on her behalf, yet never has she broken her heart. Anything like loneliness or happiness, but none of those are gonna work here. Grief, maybe? No. Now, pain. Oh, the Seppi thing. I'm not sure I spell that. No. There's no P, so that's not it. Ninjas, huh? The food item, ninjas with food. I don't know any food items with ninjas. Oh, it's nothing to do with ninjas? Okay. So it's just a food item? I was gonna say, there's nothing special about ninjas and food that I'm aware of. I'm sure they eat like Chinese and Japanese food, depending on where samurais are from. Onion? That's a bad joke. That's a bad one. Onion ninjas. I've never heard that expression before. Onion ninjas. So we're gonna store stuff. Yeah, I didn't. We're gonna store stuff, and this one is the shortest one. Door. Drop these. I don't need these until late game. If we use them at all. These are not even required. You need the wyvern legs for a cast a certain spell. Um, we're gonna sell the plate armor. Need the shovel, need that. Need this. Might need that, might not. I'll put this in here. I'm not sure if I'll put that. I'm not sure if I need this for West at all. Tuning forks, we're probably gonna need those, maybe. Drop that. Don't need that. Put the books away because we're not gonna need them for next chapter at all. Fill it up. We might be able to use one of these rations up. Room for one more book. We got to use another one, another chest too. Okay, and yeah, we're ready for stuff already. Nobody gives Jimmy the diamond. Don't need that. We got plenty of money. So if we need to buy anything while we're gonna be where we're at, not gonna be a problem. I do think defend itself. I'll go back to Jimmy too. Yes, we got good defense now. Should be okay. Strength. Increase the sword play. Also, I'm gonna give one of these to you. And give this to you too. You can, I think multiple, yeah, multiples you can have them. I think they stack. So you can get more lock picking. We'll be getting rid of that, so I'll have 4 more spots available. I'll give you the gem. Definitely want to get these cloths. I'm gonna hold on to that. So that should go. We got 2. We're gonna have 7 spots available, so that's gonna be good. Back come to words, I can get rid of this. And the spyglass will also go over there. A couple here. I'll end up using that before we end the chapter. Get rid of it. I got 2 of these. I don't need 2 of these. I throw that in there. Alright, anything else here? Not gonna need these. I have 20 of that, that's fine. Leave that with Jimmy. I think we're good. Alright, that should be good. Like, we're gonna lose Jimmy the Hand next chapter. I wanna head south. We'll probably stop by Cavell Keep to buy more food. And then end the chapter. Just gotta find where the cave is at. Yeah. Alright, another day's rest. Heading on south here. No one Wolfram, so next town should be Cavell Keep. I should be using the keyboard because there's nobody, not gonna be any encounters. can use the keyboard. Usually don't. It's easier to skip through. Going the wrong way. I think I did. I think I just turned around. I went the wrong way. Oh, gotta head back east. Yeah, taking the long scenic route. Bastille. Shortcut through here. No. The house had I been here? There's nothing here. No shortcut there, unfortunately. The key behind the teeth. Alright, yep, we are gonna keep on traveling here. Oh, heading on the right path. We head south. Make sure we are heading on the right path here. No, nothing good here. That might have been a inn. Oh yeah, I wanted to check to see if yeah, lock picking is up to 61% with two of them. Which good. You can alright, so we'll get up here. Almost to Cabal Keep. Gonna pick up some food here.
cousin.
Alright. I got an option here. Neville Cavalis. Did Eugenia tell you how it was that Neville died? I was only 7 midsummers when it happened. Ah, that was a terrible, terrible day. I thought Eugene would come apart. Then she had quite a bit of a mother in her. Lot of iron they dug for 4 days, poor men. Never were able to recover the little tad body from the rubble. I still can't imagine what the Count must have been thinking. Uncle, what did he do? Meanwhile, he hired that man Sandra to build the wine cellar for them in the first place. He had a bit of reputation as a drunk as it was, and 3 times when he was building it, the Count discovered him capped. He couldn't even stand straight to take his thrashing. The Count should have known the cellar would be unstable. I'm sorry, I'm not being fair. Of course, none of us had a way of knowing. They wouldn't have purposely had the cellar built shortly, so why waste its money? Alright, 10 sovereigns. Expensive here. Hey, Gorath haggling went up. Oh boy, he's at 32 now. Alright, so now we have to find our way. Find that cave. Yeah, we did the borrowed thing here. I could have saved some money by getting the food here. But, I got so much money it doesn't really matter. Alright, let's go on down here. The end of the chapter is fairly close. We have this dungeon to explore, but I think it's pretty short. Let's save. Before we do anything, this must be the road to where we need to go. Immune to all damage. You should be careful, there might be other enemies here, so slow down here. Oh yeah, Hess whispered in James' ear. Owen said, think we should investigate further? Yes. Leading the way, Owen turned down the short path. His steps became more hurried and faint as his hiss grew into a pounding torrent of sound. At last they found themselves standing before a sparkling waterfall. White lather churned from the waterfall's lips. A burst of sunlight spray crashed over the natural stone tears into a small pool of pine-smelling water. Broad leaf and lush, dark ferns grew in the face of the area. Like a living carpet, everywhere there seemed to be life moving and crawling. Obviously, you enter the waterfall. Oh, there's a... James strolled near the tree, noticing a suspiciously ordered pile of leaves. He suspected that something may be hidden something underneath. And light. Looks like this was like 50 or 60 bucks. Water cascaded over them, sloshing through the thundering curtain of water. They flung themselves down on a wet stone slab which lay behind the waterfall. Wet strands of hair dangling before their eyes, they look around at the new surroundings. A door was set into the face of the rock, and on either side, an empty iron brazier was bolted onto the door's frame. To the right side, there was a small, darkened niche. James stood and took a closer look at the mysterious hole, discovering there was a chessboard. Looks like something was getting ready to play a match, but they were missing a piece. I wonder what we need for that. Grass mound! It's gonna occur to you as thick as a stump! James nodded, collecting the knight's piece they had acquired from the well in Kenting Rush. Sitting in the missing place, he grinned with satisfaction as the door swung open. If that is an invitation, I've never seen one, James said. Shall we? James led the way. Soon they were deep into the cavern. I forgot to sell the armor. We're just gonna drop it off here. The creatures howled, startled by the sudden assault. They thrashed about angrily as James' stomach tied himself in knots. As many times as they found himself in the fight, he could never shake the strange feeling. He was about to die. Alright, kill some spiders. Nobody got poison. I think you get spiders that do any poison. Yeah, so lockpicking is 81%. Let's go around so we have the building marked here. Yeah, the attack was unsuspected. Eyes wide with surprise, the enemy scrambled to defend. Not wanting to waste a momentary advantage, James barked several quick orders that the battle was joined. Got some. Whoops. Alright. Got some increased abilities. Not to find anything off the corpses of the spiders. Alright, got 2 ways to go here. Yeah, it's locked up tight. Alright. There's a trap. Alright, go around, get it marked on the map properly. Oh, we got some. Oh, what a laugh! Quickly, James impaled his birthful companion with a fabulous scowl, not amused that he hit himself in the head trying to close the door. I think it'd be easier on your head if you just backed off a step, Owen suggested in a patronizing tone. Keep laughing, now you use yours as a battering ram, James replied. The enemy jumped back! James felt a surge of confidence that the enemy struggled in desperation to meet their attack. Judging by the speed at which they had regained their composure, he guessed they were well trained and could provide quite a fight. Oh boy. Yeah, these guys were turning into black slayers. Alright, alright. Alright, abilities have increased. Okay. I don't need any more of those at the moment. I guess we could pick up some more food. That's fine for now. Are they stackable? Yeah, they're stackable. That's good. We need vest. Let's check out our map. We haven't been that way either. Oops. So we need to head over. Probably because those dead Nighthawks are gonna respawn as Black Slayers. Oh, stay dead. Alright, yeah, probably want to go back and go the other way because it has the other way could be a dead end. Or not. Oh no, wait, yeah, this is a... Oh, lots of ways to go now. There's probably like one of these that actually goes somewhere. Oh, there's a chest back here. You tie these things before you go, and untie them after you stop. Shoes? Oh, we got ruby. Yep, too easy. Can't all be difficult. I'll probably use the my keyboard here. There's not gonna be much stealth going on in the dungeon. Hey there, fans of Africa! Good to see you. Hope you're having a good day. Alright. Let's head south. Mm-hmm. Alright. The enemy jump back. Alright. Oh, can't make it. This guy must have good armor on. A hard time hitting him. Oh! I get all our health back here. The party's abilities have increased. More melee and more strength for you. More stealth. Yeah, more melee and more strength for you as well. Pretty cool. More rations. I think we're good on rations for right now. Model. I need any more rations I don't need. Alright, let's cast since it's trapped or not. Alright, nothing we really want. Cool. So let's go around. Oh, that's a dead end. So one way to go from here. So we do have a path here to take up. Alright. More spiders. Oh, there's 2 spiders. I thought. The other spider was dead. Alright, yeah, not gonna find anything here. Okay. This is a pretty big place here. Alright, dead end. Alright, let's check out a map. Alright, swing across. Alright, made the swung across. Lockpicking increased, so I got another percentage point, 82%. Okay, dead end. Alright. Alright, we got some chests and more than one knight, one Blackhawk. A Nighthawk awaited them. Reaching inside the black folds of his tunic, he drew out something that gleamed in the gloom, but rather than lunging forward, he snaked his hand to his mouth and bit down, answered before James could realize what he was doing. He just swallowed poison, James said, holding Gorath back. Just as well. See, that's the trouble of killing him. Crossing down to study the quavering face of the Nighthawk, the look of disgust twisted his features. Fortunately, we've already found the bard and his key. I imagine it unlocks the door just over there. Alright, so that is where we need to go. So let's explore the rest of this place before we go in here. But let's check out these chests. And, well, I can restock up on my one that I used already. Let's finish exploring here. So we still have this pathway, and by these two over here. Imagine one of these two is gonna link back up over here. I would suspect. So we'll find out. There's a couple of chests in here. Alright, more word chest. The sparkling globe can float on water and weigh not more than a feather. Yet despite its weight, 10 giants could never pick it up. The sparkling globe can float on water and weigh not more than a feather. Yet despite its weight, 10 giants could never pick it up. Sparkling globe on water weighs not more than a feather. I was gonna say something like air. Or oxygen. But, a puddle? Nope, not puddle. Bubble, bubbly. Bubble? Ew. Bubble. We have some more torches. Alright. 10 troll strength, 10 troll length. One troll can pick it up. No trolls can stand it up. Something big. One troll can pick it up, but no trolls can stand it up. Oh, that's an S, not an E. Oven. I think that's the way to use the E here, or the V. Nope, likely to be a V. Yeah, rope. And that sounds like it would work. What we got here? Abbott's Journal. A translation of ancient account of the travels of an abbot from Malak's Cross. The book was filled with stories on Norse mythology. Apparently, the abbot had been looking for proof of the existence of a sword known as the Guardio of Ansha, a cursed blade often associated with the model. Shortly before the end of the journal, he relates a curious tale. And so I came into the Abbey of Killian, which stood into the western fringe of the forest of Aladel, so named Alvendal. There showed a fairy chest upon whose face were wounds were common unto the elven and was your kin. A certain father then did turn the strange cylinders on the face of the chest, forming the word to me, Glamourdel. Probably want to write that down. Glamourdel. But what threw open the latch was bound closed by the lid of the box. From within it, but the finely jeweled hilt was called the Gallardo. His father then told me he come from a ruin of an ancient place, and since there was much misfortune come unto the abbey, and they willed it should be returned there for their eternal rest. He also did tell other things strange and wondrous of the legend, saying a spell had been bound into a shell that repaired the blade which had long been broken away. Describing the shell as one marked with an uneven surface of 10 misinformed lumps. Alright, time to sleep. Alright, that's gonna be for later on. I don't think there's anything else in this room. But let's make sure we fill this in so it shows up on the map properly. Alright, another chest. Owen grabbed toward her, startled by the sudden movement. James halted and gazed upon his companion. What's wrong? His chest, Owen replied. Give me a moment. Concentrating his thoughts, another scene never laid the one already before him. Different only in the fact that it included a man kneeling before a box of skin of Napata in his hand. It's trapped, Owen replied, dazed by the effects of the spell. Someone will get to explode the moment that it existed. So he tried to deactivate it. Yes. Ah, no. What's in it? Nothing good. Ah, let's load. I don't remember when the last time I actually saved. Is it this box? Okay, we just saved it. Oh no, this is the other chest. What was the answer to this? I don't remember. This escapes me right now. Trying to remember what this word was. I know it's something stupid. Wait, not more than a feather. No. Oh yeah, it's right, bubbles, yeah. I remember that from last. Yeah, we had to reload. A couple of chests that we missed out on. Let's go back and get. There's another one over here. It's not a bunch of lurkers in here. This is rope. We read this already. We got the rest. Alright, head south. North, I should say. This next chest could blow up my face, but okay. Now what I want to do here, that should give us like over 100% lockpicking. Alright, cast a spell here first. Alright. Yeah, nothing in there that we want. Let's continue on. Alright, oh, this is a new area. I can't do anything move in first with the door. Alright, let's go. It fell like a book of pile of books though. James' defense increases. Oh, good. Anti-venom, we're full of anti-venom. We should be, James' abilities have increased. Okay, got the key. Rations. Oh, another big room. Which way do you want to go from here? Let's head south, I guess, first. More dudes here. Oh boy, lots of dudes here. The dragon. Let's do that. Well, that didn't work out. Alright, one more left. Yeah, quick and painless. Alright, more food. Not really needing more food at the moment. Oh, getting all kinds of money here. Spoiled rations. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and check out this chest. There was another word chest. Whoever has it is angry. Whoever loses it is angrier. Whoever wins has it no more. Whoever has it is angry. Whoever loses it is angrier. Whoever wins it has it no more. Happiness? No. Give me a minute, 3 minutes to see if I can figure it out. And then you can give the answer, or maybe somebody else in chat will give their guess. I thought it'd be like honesty. No, that's not gonna be it. Whoever has it is angry. Whoever loses it is angrier. Dispute? I got it. Alright. We got some more money. Oh, wow, we crossed the $8,000 barrier. Alright, let's go around here. Get marked on the map properly. So we're back to where we started from. So let's take the northern one, and I'll probably lead back up here. So I think we're almost done with this dungeon. There's some dudes there waiting for us. Missed! Nighthawks are not much of a threat here. And all that training I did is paying off here. Let's go this way first. And then we'll come back and head that direction. Alright, there must be enemies around the bend. Enemy jump back. There we go. Owen took one out. Hey, you guys are all dead. Okay, we got here. I got some defense and weapon craft and stuff. Oh, almost got 80% defense. Pretty crazy. 91% for Owen. Alright, more Medell. They're making sure that none of these were low quality. You're gonna get like 10 or 15 for them if they're low quality, and it might be worth throwing them out. Ooh, good key. The James is gonna have a lot to sell to get control of him again. Alright, so this is gonna loop back around probably. Big room here. No enemies, it doesn't look like. There are multiple ways to go to. Let's see the map. So that is gonna lead back down there, and that's gonna lead there. So let's head south first. We'll get that part explored, and then we'll come back and finish the loop and finish this chapter off. No more enemies. Alright, all on the map. We can go back east this way. Yeah, might as well take the upper path. I don't have to use a rope. Not that I don't have enough rope, but just conserve what we can. We're probably gonna have to jump over here as well. Yeah, we'll have to jump here anyway. Save. Wait, one more room here. One, two, three, four guys, I think. Black Slayers. Nice, his own dude. Alright, one down. Let's get some alright, got some defense. Alright, yeah, Black Slayers causing me no problem whatsoever. Anti-poison. Alright. $184. Cool. We have a chest here, so let's save. Another wordlock puzzle here. This wondrous thing, though not an herb, can help comfort the weak and the dying. It can even be used to rally the troops or make one start laughing or crying. I was gonna say Joker, but Joker or a clown or something, but that's not it. Noisy? No. What we got here? Alright, help comfort the weak and the dying. It can even be used to rally the troops. Music? Hey, hey, welcome in there, comrade. Hey, both got the same idea at the same time. There you go. Nothing good. I don't think I can carry any more of these. Oh, I got more. Alright. That wasn't completely wasteful. Alright, let's get this mapped. I really don't need to because we're almost done with this area. That's alright. We are just about done. I think there's one more path we have to take. Take this northern path and then we can finish this dungeon. Ah, an exit. Stone littered the stairwell. Taking a few steps in, realized the passage was utterly choked with stone refuse. No good, he said at the side. We'll be getting through all of that mess. And that leads to the keep that is no longer there. Oh, it's the next one down, not this one. Next one down. I'm on the wrong side. The eastern side. Alright, make sure we have everything we want on the right people. I want to get your armor fixed. might as well fix yours while we're at it. Alright, that's pretty good, other than making sure. Let's do that as well. Alright, let's see that. Like I say, probably gonna be a fight in here. I'm not sure if we need to use the special key or if we can pick lock this. There's one of these cases where you need to use the pick lock. Let's see if we can raise his pick locking ability by 1. Alright. No enemies. Alright. There's the chest in the middle. This engulfing thing is strange indeed. The greater it grows, the less you see. Alright. Darkness maybe? Bingo! Alright, the end of the chapter. Spiders scurried out of the open chest. Carefully to avoid the miniature albino medicine, James snatched the fresh-looking scroll out of the box and unrolled it on the floor. As his dark eye darted across the page, his lips moved in an incantation of places, names, figures, and dates. Northwarden, James whispered. The attack will come at Northwarden very soon, but this is all wrong. Oh, what is it? Gorath asked, bending to see the page. These figures, if Declan take a force this small to Northwarden, he hasn't a hope of taking the castle. Far two soldiers, Baron Gabbett, will maul him unless Declan can bring something serious to bear. What could the Model have? Maybe the Nighthawks have infiltrated the castle, Owen said. Why else would it be so helpful to the Model unless their own necks were on the line too? Howling, James suddenly snatched the unicorn from his pack and began to scribble an addendum to the Nighthawk note. This is very important that this note reaches Arutha, although you were not told this. He has stationed an army outside of Dimwood to await my word about the attack, James said, finishing his note. Fixing his gaze on Gorath, he handed it firmly over. I want you to make sure that it gets there. I am going to have to trust you. Oh, yes? But what about... I gotta go to Northwood, and if there are Nighthawks in Baron Gabbett's castle, we stand a good chance of losing it in an attack. I have to ensure that doesn't happen. Remember, Arutha is outside the Dimwood Forest near Sethanon. When you give him the note, tell him that there's a party at Mother's. What? Owen sputtered. Just do it. I haven't got time to explain. Good luck to both of you. In a moment, the senior was gone, his shadow chasing them down after a long tunnel. An hour later, Owen yawned expansively, his vision growing dim with each step taken down the road. Next to him, Gorath trudged without complaint, his eyes fixed on the dusty contract. Enough, Owen muttered. I think my legs are going to crumble. We can't lose that tonight. Let's stop for a while. Quiet! Gorath snapped, seizing Owen by the arm. Beneath his hood, his feral eyes glowed like blood-tinged emeralds. Someone's near! Abruptly, passes of darkness detached themselves from the woods, ambled into the pale moonlight, huddled into the roadbed. In the shadow, arrow point gleamed, aligned, and deadly sights quivered. Oh, as much as I would enjoy delivering your carcass to Decalon, I will reserve the pleasure of your execution for him. Do not move, Gorath. You are completely surrounded. Dun dun dun. Chapter 4, Marked for Death. The war drums had begun at dawn. Stalking quietly the corridors of the ancient fortress, Nerab carried a witchlight to illuminate his way. As he approached the door to the great hall, two Model guards dressed in full battle Vijaya stood away. They made no sound as he whisked past, nor blinked at the sight of him. Greetings, Nerab, a cold voice called from the throat. It has been a long since I have seen your face in Sargath. Have you grown bolder or more the fool? Nerab knelt at the base of the throne and kissed Declan's foot. That is for you to decide. If my words are not your liking, then my life is yours. It is already mine. Declan Wolf's eyes blazed in darkness. Speak, he commanded. I have just returned from a journey into the kingdom. I bring a prize. I have no interest in valueless baubles. This is no bauble, Nerab said, cutting off Declan. I think you'll find it of great value. And would it have a name, this thing? Yes, my lord. His name is Gorath. Nerab sneered pridefully as he awaited the leader's praise, awaiting the words that would restore his place in Model favor and rescind the order of death on his head. Perhaps he would even have a place among the new lords. Delacan lunged from his throne, his razor-edged gauntlet telling a bloody seam across Nerab's face as he lashed him backward. You wrecked everything, you dog! Declan bellowed. But I have brought back the enemy of the Northlands! Nerab sputtered, blood dripping from his torn lip. With Gorath the captive, we can proceed with our... You know nothing! Nerab retreated, suddenly aware that his efforts were wasted, that his oath and loyalty meant nothing to this hateful lord. Resolutely, he stifled a flash of pain as the Model leader thundered toward the door. And what of my life? Nerab whispered. Halting, Delacan turned to this. It is forfeit! Owen didn't want to wake. Perhaps it was the drugs they had given him, or the endless walking that he had done in the past month and a half. All he could think about was sleeping now. That restful non-existence that interrupted the beatings and the haulings and the exhaustion. He just wanted to sleep, but the irritating jangle wouldn't let him. Where was it coming from? Gorath! Owen asked. Are you there? Suddenly, the jangle rattled louder, this time accompanied by a loud creak and a flood of torchlight as bright as the sun. Out of that glowing corona lumbered the largest Model he had ever seen. I see my assistants have been overzealous in their efforts to sedate you. It is proper to tremble when you address to Delacan, leader of the unified tribes of the Northlands. We have found it among the Green Kingdom, dog. Tell me where you were going with it. We weren't taking it anywhere. We just picked it up. Picked everything we could, and then we needed gold. A lie! This year, the night hawk used for our message was broken. The new writing at the bottom of the page confirmed the guilt. What does Gabbard Folly mean? Who are Arthur and Jimmy the Hand? Oh, really no idea. Someone must have beaten us to open the scroll before we got there. We took what we found and left before we got nabbed. Do you want us to cut you in on the booty? What I want is information! Your companion Gora damned you as certain as your lie does. Until he betrayed his own, he was second in power only to me. He shall die for his disloyalty. Since you have chosen to remain silent, I shall have your tongue and feed it to my rats. Have back your message, spy. It will do you little good in your grave. Delacan stalked away, still rattled by his interrogation. Owen tried to collect his fuzz-coated thoughts into a coherent whole. Thankfully, his wits had provided the lies as needed, but only narrowly had he avoided the impulse of telling everything he knew. It was almost as if being prodded, coherent, bewitched. Magic? Astonished as he'd been unaware of it at the time, the boy looked again into the bulky warrior who now stood whispering over Gorath's limp form, as he first believed Delacan was incanting a spell, one perhaps intended to coerce the truth from his victim, but only after a few moments became clear the warlord conversing with his barely conscious friend. No! Gorath croaked, shaking his head. Plans unfulfilled, Delacan whispered. Finally, abruptly he struck. There was too much to absorb, even in the event unfurling before him weren't openly damning. Owen had seen enough to keep him swimming in a sea of doubts, all of them centering on the loyalty of his friend and traveling companion. Worse still, he had to deliver the message to Prince Arutha outside of Dimwit, and he would need Gorath's help to do it. Desperately, he wished he had time to sort things out, but time was the only commodity he didn't have. Enjoy your deaths! I know I shall! Delacan's scratchy voice snatched Owen out of his thoughts, directly to attention to where the Model stood, in the doorway gesturing to someone in the dungeon corridor. From nowhere, a monolithic door swung into place, and once again, the room was a land of shadows. Experimentally, Owen struck the bars of his cage, knowing full well the corroded structure was too solid to yield. But even as his fingertips came away at the metal, the bars began to keening vibration. The iron harmony evocate of distant temple bells. Someone was working magic, and it wasn't him. Owen wasted no time. Later, he could debate to his heart content about who it was that set them free, and what the reason for doing so might be. But at the moment, he had no thought in him but finding a means to get out of this darkened cell alive. Hurrying to Gorath, he freed him from his iron manacles and allowed the Model to lean against his shoulder, as they limped together toward the heavy dungeon door. Again, tugging at the handle, they found the lock was undone. Another gift from the unknown benefactor. What about the guard? Owen whispered, allowing Gorath to stand more on his own. Gorath lifted his head and spoke, his speech still slurred by the drugs he'd been administered to them. Keep moving, he said, waving his hand at the door. No one is there. Pushing out the door, they found themselves confronting a wide hallway with passages leading in 3 other directions. Chapter 4. Alright. Oh, we got some stuff here. Oh, Gorath items. Yeah, so when I played this game when it came out, and I got to this point, this chest right here was empty. And there was no way to progress in the game. I got stuck. I actually got deadlocked here. And yeah, we had, I think my dad wrote a letter or called the company up and told him about this issue. And yeah, we got like a free patch in the mail. But unfortunately, the patch required you to start the game over again. So you could not use any of your previous saves. So I had to play the game again after reaching this point. For rations, I'll grab the torches. This is where Owen's stuff is, probably. So, with that said, I got very familiar with the very first 4 chapters of this game. After, yeah, any point from this point forward, I'm pretty fuzzy on what's going to happen and what we're going to do. But it's fairly certain that the next chapter is going to be Jimmy the Hand and Locklear, I think. And I think some other new character will show his face. Oh yeah, I forgot to get the lockpicks from Jimmy. We don't have many lockpicks. That's you. I can drop this mail if we get some better loot. Let's save our game. We're still in a dungeon. Like a hard save. And this is a good place to stop for today. And we'll wrap it up here for today. Yeah, you have to do stuff today, so to wrap it up an hour earlier. But I did start almost an hour earlier, so yeah, we will be back with some more Betrayal of Krondor potentially Wednesday. So Monday and Tuesday night at 6 p.m. We'll do some more flashback and probably beat it. We might even beat it on Monday. Yeah, we'll be playing after. Yeah, we'll be playing some Blake Stone, Aliens of Gold after we get done with flashback. So might start that on Tuesday. We'll see. We have 2 more chapters and flashback to get through. And then Wednesday is up in the air, kinda. Either we'll do Betrayal of Krondor or we'll do some Blake Stone. Or maybe both. And then Thursday and Friday is Christmas and the day after. So we will no, not be streaming most likely, but there might be a surprise stream because plans are still not finalized yet. So I may have time to stream either Christmas Day or the day after, but most likely not. But we'll see what happens. And then that'll be Saturday and Sunday, which will be more Krondor. The more Betrayal of Krondor, so we'll get through chapter 4 and maybe through some of chapter 5. So that is kind of the plan for Christmas week. But yeah, should have probably gonna be all day stream on Wednesday, but not 100% sure yet. So. If you are not already, please do feel free to follow me here on Twitch and Twitter and Discord and YouTube and all of that stuff. So let's go and let's see if anybody's playing some DOS games here. And we'll see if who's on. Alright, so we got some people here. Alright, why don't we we're gonna go and raid Earth 2 Hunters are here. He's playing some Ultima 7, the Black Gate. So we'll go ahead and do that. And I will see you guys tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Eastern for some more flashback. So you guys take care and have a good night. And I will see you guys tomorrow.